Welcome back to Tyler's Retro Reviews with your host, Tyler Hodder, and now this channel will be on hold after this year's WrestleMania because after WrestleMania 40, this channel will be back up. So, and now I will tell you what these Road to WrestleManias will be on the main channel because I have 5 videos left to do for the 1,000th video I'm going to have on my main channel. Something I've been doing for 5 years, like I said. Now, these individual Road to WrestleManias I'm going to do from Thursday next week on the main channel and some on Saturdays. The ones I'm talking about are... I chose these wrestlers, so yeah. Triple H's Road to WrestleMania 18, AJ Styles' Road to WrestleMania 34, as well as Charlotte Flair's Road to WrestleMania 34, Stone Cold Steve Austin's Road to WrestleMania 17, and The Undertaker's Road to WrestleMania 23. Not 33. 23. So those were the 5 I selected. But now, let's get to... Coincidentally enough, the 20th anniversary of WrestleMania 20. The last WrestleMania review of this year. This is coincidentally enough the 20th anniversary of this WrestleMania. I said this before. It's one of my favorite WrestleManias ever. And the last great WrestleMania because, let's get on to it. I watched the entire build from after Royal Rumble 2004 to this, with No Way Out 04 in the middle of it. I did that last month, also on the 20th anniversary of that. So, let's get on to it. March 14th, which coincidentally enough was 2 days after my 6th birthday. I'm currently now 26, so you saw that with my Clash of the Belts special event. The action figure show. And then also I did Showdown also the day after that. It was a Raw and SmackDown event at Madison Square Garden in New York City. There's a little funny story with Pat from Wrestling Gifts. Shout out to him. He did a story where he bought the event 20 times. And if you want to see that video, go ahead. I'm not going into full details of that. This is my secondary channel. So we'll get on to WrestleMania 20 now. So this event has the most matches on the show. So strap in for this review. So we start off with for the United States Championship. John Cena defeats The Big Show to win the United States Championship. This feud been going on since the Royal Rumble match. They didn't win the Triple Threat match at No Way Out. That was won by Kurt Angle before the heel turn. And this was John Cena's first WrestleMania match. And John Cena will win his first of 6 U.S. champions, I believe. 5 or 6, I don't know. I believe it was 5. Yeah, I believe it was 5, yeah. Anyways. The ending was John Cena was he hit Big Show with the first FU. Big Show kicked out 2, and then John Cena was going to use the chain, but then throws the chain away. That distracts the referee, Jimmy Corderas, and he grabs one of his World Life Knuckles and hits Big Show in the face with it before another FU to win his first U.S. title. Solid match. This was their better matches than their matches in 2012. But yeah, John Cena wins. I give it a 7 out of 10. Again, I forgot what I gave these matches. This review was originally in 2021. Now it's remastered in 2024, 20 years ago. But anyways, then we get the first of 2 Fatal 4-Way matches for respective tag titles. This one is for the World Tag Team Championships. Rob Van Dam and Booker T, you forgot these two were a tag team because they did beat Ric Flair and Batista in February. Defeats Garrison Kane and Mark Ginger like a random team. The Dudley Boys and La Resistance. Again, this match was. Let's just throw these teams on the card and yeah, look at Booker T the year prior, WrestleMania 19. He was facing Triple H for the World Heavyweight Championship. And the whole, you know, that's tasteless storyline. A storyline where Triple H didn't want to do. Now here he's the tag team changes. However, this team would not be much longer because Booker T would go to SmackDown with Rob Van Dam. They would split up and Booker T becomes his own again. And yeah, when he came to SmackDown, he got better. He rejuvenated his career, basically. This was okay. A 6 out of 10. RVD and Booker T won. Yeah, you forgot those two were a team, and then you realize their shitty tag team entrance theme. But yeah. Anyways. Then we had Christian defeating Chris Jericho. All this was Jericho having feelings for Trish Stratus. Jericho eliminated Christian from the 2004 Royal Rumble, which I forgot to mention it in my Royal Rumble review. But I did mention it a few times there and there. Whatever. This was the last match of referee Tim White's refereeing career. Not Judgment Day 2002, although this was his final time, and then sometime in 2005, whatever those stupid skits was, but yeah, not mention that. Trish she technically inadvertently hit Chris Jericho in the face, where she was not looking. Christian rolls up Jericho, and then afterwards, Trish slaps Chris Jericho twice. And Christian and Trish become a thing. This whole thing was a continuation of the feud between Jericho and Christian, which culminated in Unforgiven in a ladder match. That's coincidentally enough the first video I did on this channel. But yeah, this match was good, but it was mostly a plot continuation of the feud between Christian and Chris Jericho. I give it another 7 out of 10. Then we get a 3-on-2 handicap match. Evolution's Randy Orton, Batista, and Ric Flair defeats The Rock and Sock Connection of The Rock and Mick Foley. Rock's promo before the match was funny with the Hurricane with calling him the Hamburglar again. And although a lot of people are saying this should have been Randy Orton versus The Rock, but you look at this handicap match, this was mostly Randy Orton feuding with Mick Foley, which the feud would actually culminated at Backlash. Whenever I get that next month, probably. The best part about this match was Ric Flair trying to do the people's elbow to The Rock, and The Rock doing the strut to do the people's elbow, which was hilarious. I laughed so hard on that. But yeah, Randy Orton pins Mick Foley after Foley was going to do the Mandible Claw with Mr. Sawgo. Randy Orton RKO's Mick Foley out of nowhere to win this match. Also, you have to mention Randy Orton was the Intercontinental Championship also. But again, I can forgive this for being this whole feud. Technically started after Armageddon 2003, where Mick Foley did not want to face Randy Orton on Raw, and then Royal Rumble 4, and then Rock came back. This was the last match of The Rock's career, the last Rock match until 2011, a Survivor Series, coincidentally enough, in Madison Square Garden. But yeah. I give it an 8 out of 10 because good handicap match. And the best part of it was the Ric Flair Rock people's elbow stuff. Funny. Then we get the first of 3 SmackDown versus Raw matches, basically. This is coincidentally 20 years since that franchise, that new trilogy began. I did that already. This one was a tag match between Tori Wilson and Sale defeats Miss Jackie and Stacy Keibler. 2 minutes, that was basically it. 3, I mean, yeah, that's all I have to say about it, really. I don't know why this was on, well, regardless. Then we get the first Cruiserweight Open match for the Cruiserweight Championship. Chavo Guerrero defeats Akio, who did not enter the match, by the way. Billy Kidman, Funaki, Jamie Noble, Nunzio, Rey Mysterio, who was dressed like the Flash, also. Rey Mysterio always dressed up like superheroes, basically. The Flash, Batman, Shane Moore, Tajiri, and Ultimo Dragon. This was a fine Cruiserweight Open match, but I don't think there was they didn't tell you what the eliminations are, but all I know is Chavo and Rey were the last two in this match. Why Akio didn't actually enter the match? Because he got missed by Tajiri by accident. And yeah. Should have just been Rey and Chavo, honestly, from what happened at No Way Out the prior month, but whatever. Fine Cruiserweight Open match. 6.5, because there was elimination after elimination, like literally. Then we get the match that people claim is the worst WrestleMania match ever. We'll get to it. Stone Cold Steve Austin was the special guest referee. This is the second SmackDown vs. Raw match, technically. Goldberg defeats Brock Lesnar. Is this the worst WrestleMania match? No. And here's why. Yes, the crowd was so hostile with both these guys. But this build was actually good. From what happened, technically it started at Survivor Series, where Goldberg interrupted Brock Lesnar's interview. Then at Royal Rumble, Brock interrupted Goldberg's interview, and then Brock cost Goldberg the Rumble. Then Goldberg was on a kayfabe suspension. Then No Way Out 2004, Goldberg cost Brock the WWE Championship. And then this feud mostly was Brock and Austin, basically, because Brock Lesnar stole Stone Cold's ATV, and then Austin on the Go Home SmackDown got his ATV back. I know the crowd was so hostile towards this, but I'd rather watch this than Randy Orton and The Fiend from WrestleMania 37, because to me, that's the worst WrestleMania match ever. Not Goldberg Brock Lesnar, okay? Even at 6 years old, I was like, this match wasn't as bad. I mean, who had their effort boots in this match? Goldberg, okay? Brock didn't give a shit. Okay? At least Goldberg tried, okay? That's the only plus I'll give this match, okay? Was it, that bad? No. But it was not a great match, but it's not the worst WrestleMania match of all time. No. Although you could say Michael Cole and Jerry Lawler all you want, but I'm still saying Randy Orton and The Fiend Bray Wyatt is the worst WrestleMania match of all time. I'm only giving this a 4 out of 10. A 4 out of 10, okay? And then afterwards, Stone Cold stunned both Goldberg and Lesnar. See you back in 2016, Goldberg, and Brock Lesnar in 2012. So yeah, yes, it's not the worst match of WrestleMania, okay? Then we get another fatal 4-way tag team match, this time for the WWE Tag Team Championships. Rikishi and Sky 2 Hotty defeats the world's greatest tag team, the Basham Brothers, and the APA. to retain the tag team championships. Fine again. This was the last, well, the second to last match of the APA for this run, this full-time run, basically. Because we don't know what happened after WrestleMania. The APA split up and Bradshaw became JBL, John Bradshaw Layfield, because we don't know. 2004 was, nobody thought Bradshaw right around WrestleMania 20. Nobody thought he was ever going to be the WWE champion, okay? Thank Eddie Guerrero for that, okay? Too Cool win this. Rikishi and Sky win this. They retained. They also celebrated as well. Yeah, that was, 5 out of 10. I give it. Yeah. Moving on from that. Then we get a hair versus title match for the women's championship. This match was not supposed to be on the WrestleMania card, by the way. However, Molly Holly wanted, because she'll do anything. She put her hair on the line for realsies for this match. So, yeah, thank God for that. But yeah, Victoria defeats Molly Holly to retain the women's championship. This match was only 4 minutes, but it was good for 4 minutes. Okay. And shockingly, this was the fourth to last match on this card, surprisingly. A 6 out of 10, and then Molly got her head shaved. And during the video package of the next match, the third to last match on this card, when Kurt Angle looks around, it's like, yep, I've been there before. Speaking of it, we get the match for the WWE Championship. Eddie Guerrero defeats Kurt Angle to retain the WWE Championship. The second best match on this show, I should say. No Way Out 4. Kurt Angle won the triple threat match against Big Show and John Cena, and we all know in the main event, Eddie Guerrero defeats Brock Lesnar to win the WWE Championship. One of the biggest moments ever, basically. And then the SmackDown after No Way Out, Kurt Angle turns heel and says, I did it for you, and then I did it for you, I did it for everybody, but yeah, we all know he was full of shit. And then Eddie got his hands handcuffed behind his back, and then Kurt Angle was being up Eddie Guerrero handcuffed also in the build to this match. And this was a fantastic match. To me, this was way better than their SummerSlam match this year, in 2004, that is. And the finish was really good. Really creative by Eddie Guerrero. He was unlacing his boot, Kurt Angle smells blood, and he had that, oh shit look. I think he literally said, oh shit. And then Angle gives him the ankle lock. Eddie Guerrero took his boot, or Kurt Angle inadvertently took his boot off, and then Eddie Guerrero rolls up Kurt Angle for the 3. 9.5 out of 10. I believe around this, Kurt Angle re-injured his neck again. Although this was not a serious one like the year prior. Kurt Angle will become the kayfabe GM of SmackDown, and then basically take some time off from the ring because the draft in 2004, Paul Heyman was drafted to SmackDown, and then, or the Raw rather, but then Paul Heyman said, I quit, and then Kurt Angle took Heyman's spot as the SmackDown general manager. And then we get the last SmackDown vs. Raw match. Now this build between Undertaker and Kane started at Survivor Series. Kane cost Undertaker the Buried Alive match against the most controversial man now, Vince McMahon. And then Kane said, Undertaker betrayed himself. He became one of you. Then the Royal Rumble, Undertaker plays mind games against Kane, cost him the Rumble match. And let's keep going on from Raw, basically, to this. The Undertaker came back as the Deadman. The Deadman. With Paul Bearer on his side. Defeats Kane. This to me was their last good one-on-one match. Outside of Night of Champions 2010, that is. But yeah, the less I talk about that 2010 feud, the better. Probably another edition of Wrestling's Dumpster Fires video. But this Saturday, I will do Hogan's Mr. America persona. That's the Dumpster Fires video I'm going to do. And also my Like Your movie review on Sunday also. Fine match. Good match. Seeing Undertaker as the Deadman again, although he was trying to grow out his hair again, but that won't go until late 05, early 06, mostly. I'm giving it a 6.5 out of 10. Then the main event. I had to talk about this build. So, at the Royal Rumble, Shawn Michaels and Triple H had that last man standing match, you know. Neither of them couldn't make it to the 10 count. But this feud kept going between Shawn Michaels and Triple H. However, the Royal Rumble winner Chris Benoit was supposed to get a WWE Championship opportunity, but he found a loophole. He challenged the World Heavyweight Champion Triple H, and for that brief time, it was supposed to be Benoit versus Triple H. And then it turned into a triple threat match between Shawn Michaels in it. So it's Triple H versus Chris Benoit versus Shawn Michaels. This main event for a triple threat match for the World Heavyweight Championship. Chris Benoit defeats Triple H and Shawn Michaels. Chris Benoit made Triple H tap out to the crossface to win the World Heavyweight Championship. This is although I know a lot of people don't like multi-man main events in WrestleMania. However, you cannot deny this was a great triple threat match. You gotta give us a 10 out of 10 for this. And Benoit made Triple H tap out to the crossface. And this became a trope for Triple H in the main event from 20 to 22. He lost here. He lost to Batista the year prior. And he lost to John Cena at WrestleMania 22. So, you can't deny that that was a feel-good moment for Benoit winning the World Championship. Unfortunately, we can't celebrate that anymore because something. I'm not going into that. And then afterwards, he and Benoit and Eddie Guerrero celebrate with their respective world titles to end the show. And this was basically the end of the great WrestleMania moments, honestly. I mean, you still see some great moments like the year later with John Cena and Batista winning their respective world titles. Cena with the WWE Championship and Batista with the World Heavyweight Championship. But then, yeah, we know. You can't deny this is a great freaking WrestleMania. Tell me not to say. A 9.5 out of 10 because, yes, I know we have Goldberg and Brock Lesnar, but it's not the worst WrestleMania match of all time, no. Randy Orton and The Fiend, to me, is still the worst WrestleMania match of all time. This is you cannot deny, this was a fantastic WrestleMania. So, when I get back to this channel after WrestleMania, we're going back to a TNA pay-per-view in 2006, because I hadn't talked about a TNA pay-per-view on this channel since Turning Point 2005. And we're going back to the 2006 year with Sting and the Jeff Jarrett feud continuing. Lockdown 2006. Don't expect this review to come after WrestleMania, okay? This year's WrestleMania, okay? Because after WrestleMania 40, we're going back to this channel with Lockdown 2006. So, that's going to be the next review on this channel. After WrestleMania, okay? With my Road to WrestleMania, that is. After those, we'll do Lockdown 2006, okay? So I finished my story of the Road to WrestleMania 20 before Cody Rhodes did. Okay. He better win this year, okay? Like this video, comment down below, subscribe to this channel right here, and click the notification bell, as well as my main channel, and subscribe and click the notification bell on that one, so you'll see a live review of SmackDown. Like I said before, we're doing live reviews going into this year's WrestleMania, so yeah. Bye-bye.